Good morning, children. I am back with your part 2 from the chapter Bringing Up Curry from your supplementary reader, An Alien Hand. So, without wasting any time, let's start then. So, the story Bringing Up Curry by Dhan Gopal Mukherjee revolves around Curry, a 5-month-old elephant, and the narrator as a 9-year-old boy. The two developed a strong bond after the elephant once saved the boy. Like a baby, Curry as always loaded with energy and full mischief. So let's know more about his mischievous behavior. Curry was like a baby. He had to be trained to be good, and if you did not tell him when he was naughty, he was up to more mischief than ever. For instance, an example, one day somebody gave him some bananas to eat. Very soon, he developed a great love for ripe bananas. We used to keep large plates of fruit on the table near a window in the dining room. One day, all the bananas on that table disappeared, and my family blamed the servants for eating all the fruit in the house. A few days later, the fruit disappeared again. This time, the blame was put on me, and I knew I had not done it. It made me very angry with my parents and the servants, for I was sure they had taken all the fruit. So, Curry was like a baby and he had to be trained to be good. He was naughty also. And one day somebody gave him some bananas to eat, and very soon he developed a great love for ripe bananas. Then he started taking away fruit from the dining table. One day all the bananas on the table disappeared, and the family blamed the narrator and the servants for eating all the fruit. Then the next time the fruit disappeared, I found a banana all smashed up in Curry's pavilion. Means smashed up, crushed. Okay. And in Curry's pavilion means in his shed. This surprised me very much, for I had never seen fruit there, and as you know, he had always lived on twigs. Twigs means small, new, and light branches. Next day, while I was sitting in the dining room wondering whether I should take some fruit from the table without my parents' permission, a long black thing, very much like a snake, suddenly came through the window and disappeared with all the bananas. I was very much frightened, means afraid, because I had never seen snakes eat bananas, and I thought it must be a terrible snake, means horrible snake, that would sneak in and take fruit. Sneak in means enter quietly and take fruit. After that, the narrator said, I crept out of the room. Means he moved out of the room, and with great fear in my heart ran out of the house, feeling sure that the snake would come back into the house, eat all the fruit and kill all of us. As I went out, I saw Curry's back disappearing in the direction of the pavilion, and I was so frightened that I wanted his company to cheer me up. Cheer me up means actually make me happy. Okay. I ran after him into the pavilion and I found him there eating bananas. I stood still with no movement in astonishment. Means he was surprised. The bananas were lying strewn all around him. So, strewn means scattered all around him. He stretched out his trunk and reached for one far away from where he was standing. This means that the elephant put forward his trunk to eat one of the bananas. So that instant means moment, the trunk looked like a black snake, and I realized that Curry was the thief. I went to him pulled him out by the ear and joyously showed my parents that it was Kari and not I that had eaten all the fruit these many weeks. Then I scolded him, for elephants understand words as well as children. And I said to him, "Next time I see you stealing fruit, you will be whipped." Means beaten with a whip. Okay? Whip actually is a strip of leather fastened to a handle, you can say, like a belt. So he knew that we were all angry with him, even the servants. His pride was so injured that he never stole another thing from the dining room. And from then on, if anybody gave him any fruit, he always squealed. Means made a loud sound because of fear, pain, etc. But here he made a loud sound to thank them for giving fruits. An elephant is willing to be punished for having done wrong. But if you punish him without any reason, he will remember it and pay you back in your own coin. It means to treat exactly the same way the one has treated you. An elephant must be taught when to sit, when to walk, when to go fast, and when to go slow. You teach him these things as you teach a child. If you say dhat and pull him by the ear, he will gradually, means by and by, learn to sit down. Similarly, if you say mali and pull his trunk forward, he will gradually learn that it is the signal, means instruction, to walk. So Curry learned Mali after 3 lessons, but it took him 3 weeks to learn Dhat. He was no good at sitting down. So, as Curry was a fast learner, he learnt what to do when the narrator said Dhat or Mali. Dhat was a signal to sit down, while Mali meant to walk. And he took 3 weeks to learn Dhat. And do you know why an elephant should be taught to sit down? Because he grows taller and taller than you who take care of him, so that when he is 2 or 3 years old, you can only reach his back with a ladder. It is therefore better to teach him to sit down by saying dhat, so that you can climb upon his back. For obviously, who would want to carry a ladder around all the time? Isn't it? The most difficult thing to teach an elephant is the master call. He generally takes 5 years to learn it properly. Now let's know about the master call. The master call is a strange hissing, howling sound. Hissing means a sound of snake, okay, and howling making high sound. As if a snake and a tiger were fighting each other. And you have to make that kind of noise in his ear. And do you know what you expect an elephant to do when you give him the master call? If you are lost in the jungle and there is no way out and everything is black except the stars above, you dare not stay very long anywhere. Means you need not take the risk of. The only thing to do then is to give the master call, and at once the elephant pulls down the tree in front of him with his trunk. This frightens all the animals away. Which means the master call is a strange hissing and howling sound, and if a snake and a tiger were fighting each other, each sound was to be made in Curry's ear. It was necessary to teach him such a sound. If someone got lost, the only thing to do then was to give the master call. And as the tree comes crashing down, means destroyed by the elephant, monkeys wake from their sleep and run from branch to branch. You can see them in the moonlight, and you can almost see the stags running in all directions below. Stags are the male deer. You can hear the growl of the tiger, means the low guttural sound in the distance. Even he is frightened, the tiger. Then the elephant pulls down the next tree and the next and the next. Soon you will find that he has made a road right through the jungle straight to your house. So, when a trained elephant understands it and at once pulls out the tree in front of him, this frightens all the animals away. Even the tiger is frightened. The elephant goes on pulling down the trees one after the other. Thus, a path is made out of the forest for the master. So, through this chapter, I think we have understood that animals can be as or sometimes even more loving, brave, and sensible than humans. And in the next lesson, we'll discuss the question answers of part 2. Till then, take care and thank you all for watching.